All right, friends, it's that time of year. We got to start getting things ready for the garden. Now, what you're looking at here is about 3 months worth of eggshells. This is a very deep, big pot. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to bake mine. I just boil them. And so this is well water. I'm going to fill this up until it covers over them. And I'm going to boil the daylights out of them. Second gallon going in. But we'll just press them down. That way they're all covered because I am going to let this boil. Turn on there that goes. And that is it. I am going to let these, once they come to a boil, I'm going to let them boil probably for at least 20 minutes. I cut the heat on them so they can see it's still bubbling a little. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to skim some of this white. This is just like egg white, the inside of the shell, that little coating. So I'm going to skim all this off. I have a cookie sheet here. I put a piece of parchment paper and then I lined it with some paper towels. And this is my I call it my yucky scooper. I keep my good ones up here. This is one from the Dollar Tree, so I don't care if it gets ruined no matter what. And this is what I use for this kind of job. Specially designated spatula. And we dump them on here. There they are, guys. 3 months worth of eggs. Now I have a spot prepared for them. I'm just going to set them up here by the wood stove. Just like that. The wood stove's not going right now at this second, but this is actually the warmest part in the trailer at this time of day because the sun is beating on this side of the trailer. I'll let them sit there for several hours. As for this water, I'm going to let it cool completely, absolutely completely, and then I'm going to take it and dump it in our garden area, just in various places around the garden, sprinkle a little in the compost, and then that way we're not wasting any of this good calcium that's in this water. Okay, friends, this is just the top portion of them. These are all nice and dry. So what I'm going to do is I have this container, this M&M's container, and I'm just going to fill this up. I might break them down more, but I don't like to break them down too much until I'm ready to use them. When I'm ready to use them in the garden, then I will powder them with a coffee grinder to get them a fine powder. That way they actually can do something. When you put eggshells like this in your garden, it takes them a long time to break down and actually give you the benefit of them. That's why we powder them before we put in the garden. Here's the rest of them. I'm going to add them to the jar. Look at that, guys. It fit my container completely. I had to squish some of them down a little bit, but that is a lot of eggshells. And gardening is not the only thing you can use eggshells for, because I'm at the point, especially if you're buying eggs, like use every bit of your egg, okay? So you can powder them, obviously, and put them in your garden. You can leave them bigger like this and put them in your garden if you have a slug problem, because slugs will not travel over eggshells. You can also, there's recipes on how to turn eggshells into chalk. That's something I've never done. I don't know what it entails, but I know that you can do that. You can also take your eggshells and not powder them, but crush them small, okay? Crush them small as you can get them, and then add them with dish soap, and it's like an abrasive, like Comet Cleanser, okay? So there are a bazillion. People even use them for artwork, guys. They make like mosaic, beautiful mosaic pictures and stuff from different colored eggshells. It's just crazy. There are a lot of uses for them, and you can use them for human consumption too when you powder them. That's something to look into. We give eggshells back to our chickens when we have an abundance of them. It's really good for them and gives them extra calcium. All right, everybody, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I get my eggs ready for our garden in the summertime. Let us know how you use eggshells, if you use them in a different way than I've mentioned, because I know there's a ton of different ways to use them. All right, friends, keep stacking your pantries, planning your gardens, doing all the things you can to become self-sufficient in your food supply, all right? All right, friends, give us a thumbs up, subscribe and share, and we're going to be talking to you really soon. God bless and keep every single one of you.